Welcome to the video. 5 games, really similar to Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. This video is intended for people who played Shadow Tactics and really liked its gameplay and want to find out something similar, but maybe in a different setting. The games listed here are set in a random order, so let's not waste time and get to games. The first game, Commandos 2, Men of Courage, developed by Pyro Studios and released in 2001. The game is set in the Second World War, so the big difference in the gameplay in comparison to Shadow Tactics is that there are tanks and military vehicles, which you can even drive using a special character called Trad, scuba outfit, which is used by a character named Fins, and of course, less swords and more guns. At first, I wanted to name this video 5 games similar to Commandos, cause it is the franchise that created this kind of games, but the latest Commandos game came out about 15 years ago, and many of you maybe haven't even heard about it. So why the second game in the series? Because it is not as outdated as the first game. It has better graphics, more characters, and more intuitive interface, and the third game is still good, but lost some characters in the process. The roster became smaller, and there are less missions in the campaign, but the graphics get improved. The second game, Desperados, Wanted Dead or Alive, developed by Spellbound Entertainment and released in 2001. The game takes place in New Mexico in 1881, so all the elements of Wild West like train heist are included. Desperados got 2 sequels, which to my mind were worse in gameplay and story, and lost its isometric graphic charm, and not so long ago, THQ Nordic announced a new Desperados game, being in development by the creators of Shadow Tactics. The next game is Robin Hood, The Legend of Sherwood, developed by Spellbound Studios and released in 2002. This game, by being set in the medieval times, may deceive you into thinking that it is the most similar one to Shadow Tactics in this list, but it has an unusual and unique sword fencing mechanics. The direction of your attack depends on the movement of your mouse, so it adds some special flavor to the gameplay, and it is another interpretation of a Robin Hood legend, which to my mind has a much better story than many Robin Hood movies. Game number 4, Chicago 1930, developed by Spellbound Entertainment and released in 2003. The game is based in the American city of Chicago in the 30s, an era heavily associated with gangsters. The main feature in the game is that during the campaign you have a chance to play for both sides, police and gangsters, and it has an interesting slow-mo mechanics used in combat, which is unusual for this kind of games. And the last, but not the least, Star Trek Away Team, developed by Reflexive Entertainment and released in 2001. The game is set in the Star Trek universe after the end of the Dominion War, seen in the television series Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Personally, I never had a chance to play it properly, and I can only judge by a 64 score on Metacritic. So, thank you for attention, and by the way, I concentrate more on streaming than making YouTube videos, so if you liked it, don't forget to follow and maybe see you on streams, links in the description.